What is going on, guys? Matt Service here. Today I want to talk about what it is like to work with an online coach. My coaches currently are Brian Clark and Thomas Lenahan, two of the biggest dudes I know. So, needless to say, they're going to be good people to learn from. Brian is on his way to getting his pro card. He's competing in a national show at the end of the year and he's looking freaking stacked. And Tom is currently an IFBB pro. He just placed 8th in the Indianapolis Pro in the 212 division against 3 Olympians. So, also needless to say, he's got a lot of good information that I like to learn from. I met these guys because I was working at a supplement store and Thomas Lenahan walked into my supplement store. And I was like, hey, wow, do you coach people? You're huge. I had no idea who he was. And he was like, yeah, I actually do coach people, you know. I work with this one guy, his name's Brian. Here's his email, go ahead and shoot him a message. Or I think it was on Instagram maybe. And so I talked to Brian, got on the phone with him. He told me about how their program works. He gave me the timelines, he gave me the pricing. He told me exactly what he wanted to do with my body, what kind of seasons, off seasons, prep he wanted to put me through after I told him what my goals were and what my experience level was. He seemed really excited to work with me, and I've never used a coach before. I'd never even used a personal trainer before. I had no idea what I was doing, but for some reason I kind of just took to these guys and thought, hey, this might be a good idea. I'm at least gonna try it out. Fast forward, I send in my pictures of my poses. I sent in what I was currently eating, talked to Tom and Brian a little bit more, and they developed a program for me. This program was a full diet plan, supplements, cardio, training, everything I needed, along with checking in once a week, every single week, and getting feedback and adjusting the diet, and 24/7 support from the two of them. So, needless to say, I was already pretty happy with it, and I was getting my money's worth. What the first 10 months looked like was basically me shocking my body into realizing I don't know jack about bodybuilding. I had been working out for about 5 years at the time, and I was doing everything not wrong, but I just wasn't doing everything that I needed to do. What these guys taught me more or less was they didn't tell me any secrets. My meals were chicken and sweet potato, beef and rice. You know, there's no secrets. You're not gonna get a coach that tells you a secret workout, a secret diet plan, a cool supplement that's gonna get you to your goals a lot faster. That is not what a coach does. A coach is there as a second set of eyes. A coach is there as discipline. You have to check in every week. So basically it's like you're competing in a show every single week because you're showing your coach the hard work that you put in week to week, and they're making adjustments to your plan. And so you don't want to let your coach down because you're paying a lot of money for them to tell you what to eat, what to do in the gym, what supplements to take. So you want to make the most of it. My coaches have never told me to do anything that I wasn't comfortable with. You know, if you do see that in a coach, I would probably turn around, walk the other way, and go find a new one. Another thing, like I just said, if a coach tells you they have the secret, if they tell you this is so much better than this and this is the secret, this is how you're gonna get your goals this fast, you're gonna do this crazy diet, you're gonna take this supplement, I would turn around and walk out the door because it doesn't exist. It does not exist. What your coach is gonna do is he's gonna be there to hold you accountable. He or she is gonna be there to hold you accountable. They're gonna be there to answer all of your questions, and they're gonna guide you through the process, not hold your hand throughout the process because that's also not a good coach. You want somebody who's gonna coach from afar and let you do your own thing, but give their guidance along the way. The easiest way to describe what it's like having that 24/7 support and check-ins is if you ever try to look up, let's say, what's the best workout to build my chest? Or what are the best foods for cutting or something like that? What pops up is maybe 20 million results on Google, and you have to sift through that and look at it and try it and try it and try it and fail and try it and fail. Your coach has been there before. If they're a good coach, they have the knowledge, they have the experience, and they have the credentials to tell you what to do and what not to do and what works better than another thing. So, Thomas Lenahan and Brian Clark, being who they are, I very much trust their credentials, I trust their experience, and I trust their knowledge. So instead of sifting through 20 million results on Google, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, hey, Tom and Brian, what chest workout can I add in? I know we're doing this chest exercise right now. What about this one? Hey, what about this meal? Hey, I don't feel really good when I eat this. Is there something else I can eat? And they hit you back with a response like that, and it's a clear-cut, no BS response. That's the information you're gonna take, use, and implement into your daily schedule. Personally, in the first 10 months, I was about 180 pounds. What we did was we bulked up to maybe 190 pounds, or give or take a few pounds. I found it really hard to put on muscle in the beginning because I didn't know how to eat. You can ask my coaches. They used to show up at my work and tell me to eat, and I would try, and I would usually fail. It would take me about 45 minutes to eat one of these meals. So yeah, needless to say, I wasn't doing everything right up until then because I didn't know how to eat a cup and a half of rice and 8 ounces of chicken. I was looking at it like it was this mountain of food in front of me that I had to tackle, and that was gonna beat me every single time I tried to do it. So I had to break past this mental barrier of letting the food beat me, because that was the one thing I needed to do to get to my goal. And I didn't want to let those meals beat me. All I had to do was eat it. And so I learned and I learned and I learned how to eat and eat and eat, even when I wasn't hungry, how to eat and eat and eat. And the good thing about having the online coach is they told me to eat every single check-in. Brian would show up at my supplement store, "Hey, are you eating?" And I would say, I was about to eat. And he said, "Go in the back, eat your meal right now. I'll get my own stuff." I was like, all right, I'll go eat. So they were there all of the time to help motivate me to get my meals in. They would constantly tell me about the importance between the meals and the training. There is a massive correlation here because it was 80% diet, 20% training, 50% diet, 50% training. It is 100% diet and it is 100% training if you want the best results you can possibly get. Because think of it like this: you cannot eat your food and go train. You're gonna train and you might get a little bit stronger and you might see a little bit of definition, but you're not gonna grow quality muscle tissue unless you have that food in you. You can eat all the food in the world and then you can train really soft and you can kind of mosey on through your workouts. You know, you can not utilize progressive overload, all this stuff, and just kind of skip a few days and whatever here and there, and you're gonna get a little soft and you're not gonna get any stronger, you're not gonna build any muscle tissue. But if you take all the food and all the training and you mix it together, that is when you see the results. I can't tell you the difference I felt in taking my body that was full of glycogen, maybe a cheat meal in me, a bunch of cups of rice, lots of protein, going in and attacking the weights, coming home, feeding that body, next day preparing for the workout, spilling all my glycogen onto the gym floor, and then coming back and recovering over and over and over again. I saw massive results, massive gains from that. It was the best time of my life once I really figured out how to get the ball rolling and how closely related training and nutrition were. I always thought they were interchangeable, one or the other, but that's not true, and that's what my coaches taught me. After I bulked up to about 190 pounds, give or take a few pounds, cut down to about 178 for my first show with them. This was my third show total, first one with them. That 178 was actually the biggest I'd ever looked, the leanest I ever looked, and the strongest I ever felt. All because I did it with the proper nutrition, the proper guidance, and I had somebody there to have my back with any question that I needed and anything I needed help with. Fast forward a few years later, I've done 5 shows and I have nationally qualified at 2 of them. I won my most recent one. Now we're back in off season and I'm looking to do a national show here in the future in hopes of getting my pro card in men's physique in the future. So if you're looking for an online coach, what I recommend is somebody that you connect with on a personal level, you can be friends with. 2, somebody that's not gonna hold your hand throughout the whole way. They're not gonna coddle you. They're not gonna, oh, you don't like this? Oh, we can do this. Oh, you need help with this? Oh, I'm gonna text you all the time. How you doing? How you doing? Go work out, go work out. Somebody that's actually gonna take a step back and let you take the reins and just follow the program how you see fit. Also, you're gonna need to find a coach who doesn't say they have the secret to this, they have the secret supplement, the best workout, the secret diet, anything that they say is gonna get you results faster than normal. A coach that's gonna preach to you about hard work and diet and discipline. Those are the kind of coaches you wanna have in your life because those are gonna get you the most genuine results and be able to create habits that you're gonna carry on throughout your whole life. I'm still being coached by my coach. I don't think I'll ever leave them, but it's comforting knowing that I could do it on my own. But at this point, I'm choosing not to. I want to have that second set of eyes. I want to have that discipline. I want to have that accountability all the time. And I want to have that person to go to whenever I do need something, because I'm fully aware that I still don't know jack about bodybuilding and I got a long ways to go. And so my coach is going to be there to help me with that. So as always, if you guys have any questions about my experience with online coaching, anything like that, any other questions that I might not have answered in this video, please go ahead and let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you would, and I will see you in the next one.